Hey, good morning. It's Monday morning. Ready to go? Are you ready to go?
It's Monday.
I'm ready.
Of course you are. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is May 17th, and I think it rained 17 inches last night in Central Illinois.
It did not.
Someone said they saw 4 inches on there.
4 and 17.
Okay, well, I was exaggerating, but really 4 inches?
Really?
Does anyone out there have a rain gauge?
Yeah, Melinda does. She got 4.
She's the one that got 4. I was just checking if anyone else did. I thought maybe hers might be right off the edge of her house.
Straight from her downspout. We do not have a rain gauge at all. We don't keep track of that. We look outside and we're like, it's a lot of rain.
It rained. I slept through it.
Yep, you did.
I'm like, someone said it rained online. Did it storm last night?
Rain is the best sound machine in the whole world. That I can sleep so well with rain. Anyway,
it's good. Hey, everybody. You can say hi to some people.
No, go ahead. Sorry, we're kind of like in tandem.
Well, we've been doing this long enough.
Go ahead.
Chuck, good morning. And Melinda. Melinda's the one that I think said it rained 4 inches at her house. Good morning, Melissa, Dave, and Angie. Angie had a very busy weekend with some musical events at the school system. So I heard nothing but good things about that. So go bands and choirs and all that fun stuff. Cheryl, good morning. And
I saw her picture of her backyard this morning.
Mary had a very busy weekend with scouts and church and stuff.
Cheryl's got a lot of rain in her backyard too.
Yeah.
If you have a low spot in your yard, I think you're probably seeing rain.
Kevin and Pandora, again, busy week. I think a lot of people, I'm just going to go with a lot of people had a busy weekend.
Yeah.
Because I just saw
lots of stuff going on.
Good morning.
Lots of stuff.
Les, Merry Monday, Les. Back at you.
Alliteration.
Yes.
Rex is going at it too. Marvelous Monday morning.
Marvelous Monday morning.
I don't think I think that fast.
Good morning, Aunt Barb.
Come up with that.
Lisa from KC. Morning. Yep.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nathan.
I saw Happy Mother's Day. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too, Nathan and Tanya, Bob, and Rose.
You know what?
I like that they're online at the same time. It rained all night in Tuscola. Yep. I bet you were busy last. I want you to know, I know that you're employed at First Baptist. We tried to pick up the best we could.
Yep. We tried to clean up. We knew because you'd be behind us.
I even made the boys take the trash out
for my niece's graduation party. So my version of how I would describe like the current state of like life is it's very concentrated. Have you ever if you've ever like maybe taken a bite of something, you're like, ooh, that's super good, and then you've ever had like a concentrated amount of something, and you're like, woo, that's strong. Like, does that make sense? And so I feel like life right now, if you have students and if you have like middle schoolers, high schoolers, elementary
wrapping
kids,
up the school year.
Yeah, but what they're doing, which I love, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that we're getting to do so much, but they've taken everything and they've tried to get so much in. It's a concentrated amount. And sometimes I'm like, wow, I feel like my head is spinning. Usually I feel like my head is spinning. Maybe I would feel like that anyway, but my head is spinning. So yeah, but it's good.
People hopped on. Good morning, Mark. He had a busy weekend too.
Everybody had a busy weekend, Travis. There's a theme.
John and Lisa. My sister had a busy weekend. Thank you, Kim, for helping us at Dakota's graduation party. Yep.
So what did you get for graduation? That's like a great conversation. What did you get for your graduation?
I don't remember.
No. I mean, like from your parents. Like, what was your graduation gift?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
I so remember. I don't remember a lot of things. And he would tell you.
Like, I'm going to have to ask my sister.
I have a terrible memory.
Did we have like a significant? No, like they threw us a party and paid for my college. How about that?
I got a word processor. Like that was my gift for graduation. I got 2 things. I got a word processor. Do you guys remember those? Like it was a fancy typewriter and you'd watch there's a little like window right above.
I had an actual monitor on mine.
I didn't. Oh, I guess I did. Yeah, I did that too. I did have a monitor and it was like a brick.
A word processor at EIU in my dorm.
The monitor was like this big and it was a brick and it had orange letters.
And I had a full monitor, and you'd read your story, and then you'd hit print, and then as the typewriter would start going.
Yes, and you had to feed it
keep putting the papers in.
Yep. And then I also got Samsonite hard case luggage, navy blue, and it had wheels. It was like fancy because it had wheels, but it didn't have the big wheels of today. It had tiny wheels, and it was a long case and with a tiny strap that came out at the end of it. So when you would pull it, if you tipped it all, it would like knock over. It was very, very awkward. Like, Mom and Dad, thank you for the kindness. And at that time, it was like what was on the market. But I'll tell you, pulling that through like
you got luggage and a word processor.
Yeah, yep. But the hard thing was like when you were pulling it behind you in an airport, when you would go around a turn, everything would fall over because it was one of the rectangular ones and the string was on the end of it here. It was very awkward. And the wheels were like,
you can't remember anything.
Can't.
Joy has no memory, and all of a sudden you pull that one out. Like,
yep. Because
my sister said, so. I don't think our parents gave us gifts. We had gifts.
Okay. The Spencer house normally knocks it out of the park with gifts and with like holidays and stuff.
I know my dad, he was thinking, I'm paying for you to go to school.
But but like graduation gift from your parents is like kind of like iconic. Like, luggage was a classic graduation gift.
Getting paid to go to college. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Car.
Okay, Dana, what'd you get? Like a word processor or luggage? I think you probably mean
so
a word
here's
processor.
The thing is my sister and I got all that stuff. It wasn't a
gift.
No, like I had the word processor.
Oh. So you just got it given to you.
I think so. I don't think it was
Mine was a gift.
I don't think it was like, oh, it's your graduation day. Here's your word processor. It was like, here's the list of stuff we need for college. And then we went and started getting some of it.
Oh, mine was a gift. So,
luggage.
Yep. I distinctly remember in my freshman year of college, like with the word processor, having like a 17-page paper due and staying up too late. And because it was the word processor, it took forever. And so I was like sweating bullets because I was feeding it one paper at a time. And you couldn't go back and like correct things. And you were using whiteout. And it was painful. I
remember a guy next to me for the very first time I saw the internet.
I don't even remember the first time I saw the internet.
He had one of those AOL discs that you can get it, and you get like 4 free minutes of internet. And we were over in Thomas Hall, and like the guy was doing it. It took forever because of dial up and everything. I was like, what's this for? Like,
oh wow, Dana, word processor, electric typewriter for graduation. Yep, that was it. That was kind of like a
Michelle
really
Barnes got a typewriter.
Popular. Wow. Like, did yours have the little window that like you could see?
Linda says she graduated 43 years ago and doesn't remember. My sister said, okay, here we go. A little insight into our family. Correct. They just gave us what we needed. Our parents were freaked out and scared that we really, not me. I went to
You moved down the block.
They followed me. I went to Eastern and they moved to Charleston.
They did. Yep. You know what else I got?
Our parents were freaked out that you went to U of I. I don't remember that.
Yes, Dana, it had the little window in it. When I went to college, and I went 6 hours away, my dad put a CB in my car with a big old antenna.
Really?
I had this little blue car with a big old antenna, which advertised to every trucker on the road, she has a CB. Yeah, that was not good. Because there was no cell phones, or I think there were cell phones, there was bag phones. But Mom and Dad, I absolutely love you. My dad could make a nickel squeak. And remember, I was the one that had to count the squares on the toilet paper, before I used them. And so
how about after?
No, it was a pre-count. It was a pre-count. But
where are you going with this story?
I was going to explain the fact that I got a CB and not a bag phone. It took a couple of years before I got the bag phone. And then I don't
think cell phones were out when we were freshmen in college.
They were by sophomore. Because I was home and riding around with a bag phone. Yep. And it was like a suitcase, and you couldn't use it because it cost $3 a minute. So
that's
all right. What do you got?
Well, today
I kind of like
because today.
Took over.
Did you know that May 17th is National Graduation and Tassel Day? You have 48 tassels that
I gave them all away.
Did you? Because once you bought them all, you didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, and we used them, and so you got to pass
Can
them
Joy
on.
and I say thank you for coming to Dakota's graduation
thank you.
party? We had a great time Saturday, and a lot of people came and
It was
visited
great.
and
Thank you.
celebrated with Dakotas. So that was fun. And then yesterday we got to go to Maggie's graduation party, our niece, and then we went to another party with about 4 or 5 boys graduating. So it's been graduation party marathon.
Yep. Kind of feeling for last year's seniors.
Yeah.
Like some of those parents right now are having like a hard time because of the fact that they're seeing all these pictures, and as much as like I feel like the front part of the year I was like envious of them for having a senior year. Now they're turning around and struggling with the fact that they didn't have that. They didn't have that closure. So if you're a mom of a graduate last year, I'm sorry, and that is tough. As some of the colleges have actually, I've seen some of the colleges have had their 2020 graduates come back and do a ceremony.
Really?
So, a couple colleges. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. You know what else?
First bag phone, 1985, Melissa. So
today is also
what else is it? National Tassel Day. Did you know that you can buy like 24 tassels online in any color you want?
Today is National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day.
I feel really bad. Like our neighbor, we have not met her very much at all.
It's just 6:58 today.
No, I mean
national.
like she moved in during COVID, so we haven't had a whole lot. She is a little bit more.
I didn't mean for you to go there.
Okay, sorry.
It's National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day.
I'll have to think about that.
Well, we have a lot of leftover cupcakes and
We
cookies
do.
you could give her.
Yeah, we do. We do. I have to think about that. So.
National Cherry Cobbler Day. You like cherry cobbler?
I've never made one.
What, really?
I've made apple cobbler, I think. What's the difference between like...
there goes a guy in a yellow scooter and a yellow vest in the rain.
What's the difference between like not...
Why is it tax day? Why is today National Tax Day?
I think it's officially like the late tax.
Oh, well, get your taxes in. Today is tax day.
If you didn't do it on April 15th. We're kind of one of those people that if we don't give ourselves a deadline, we're going to miss it.
It's Pack Rat Day.
We hit April 15th.
It's Pack Rat Day.
Are you feeling celebrated?
Is that why our bedroom looks the way it does right now?
Are you feeling celebrated? You do not throw a thing away.
It's Pack Rat Day.
Oh.
See?
Have I ever mentioned what it's like to clean with him? Like he's like,
I throw things away.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Not when you're cleaning out like stuff that needs to be like sorted and stuff like that. You're like, oh, I might need that. Oh, I don't want to throw that away. And I'm like, have you used it in a year? Let's chuck it. So Travis is not a pitcher, like a thrower awayer.
We need a pitcher, not a belly
not that kind of pitcher. But yeah, everybody has.
I don't know. National Strawberry Day. You need to look that up or make it yourself because I think there's a day for everything. There's probably a National Less Day. He's asking for strawberry pie.
Angie said, "Yeah, you did that for the 2020 grads." I love that. I love the fact that some colleges are doing that.
Interesting. All right. Well,
did you have anything else going on today?
Wait, Rex says he needs this.
No, you don't, Rex.
Oh, because he doesn't want to throw them away.
You need about 2.
I like watching Hoarders.
It's disturbing to me. It's very
I
disturbing.
think those people are unique.
It's because you don't go in their homes.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right.
If you do home care, you're in some of their homes, and you're like, wow, like when are you ever going to use this?
Chuck, are you offended because it's National Pack Rat Day?
You got to throw it away. If you haven't used it in a year, it needs to go.
Chuck, time to get rid of something.
Yeah. So with Travis, it's like I kind of have to get him to slowly let go of things, and then I make a pile of things I'm going to come back.
I don't have a bunch of stuff.
Have you seen The Office?
It's not. Oh, come on. It's cluttered. We're not talking collections of stuff.
So you readily admit that you're a minimalist.
There's a different. So you're either a minimalist or a hoarder. There's no in between.
There really isn't.
Oh, come on. I'm right in the middle. I don't know how stacks of junk that I won't get rid of.
I think we're having a real conversation here, people.
Are
you offended?
I want you to identify the hoarding.
Are you offended?
Identify what's hoarding. Identify something that we have that's hoarding.
I think coffee cups.
No, we use those for you guys.
No, you haven't.
Can you believe what she's doing?
No.
The coffee cups, that's the only thing she came up with. You said if you don't use them in a year. I've used every one of my coffee cups this last year. Yes, I went through all of them on the brew.
You have not up in the office.
Yeah, I went through them in the brew.
Okay, we'll go look.
Once a year.
We'll go look because up in the office,
Some of them are
shelf,
decorations.
See?
Okay, so I can go through your hope chest that you've not opened and all that stuff.
Okay. Good morning. It's
Oh,
Monday morning.
the hope chest that hasn't been opened in 10 years. All that's junk.
Jason, don't go there. Don't go there.
Yes.
That is memory
Yeah,
stuff.
thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't go there.
That's what I'm talking about. The hope chest, all the baby stuff, that little bear, that stuff falling apart.
One thing that like kind of like you can keep one thing, not multiple. Your cups. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on.
Yes, I'm a minimalist with some hoarding tendencies. That's a good description.
Melissa, he's appreciating you right now. All right, we're gonna move on because of the fact that Travis, I must have touched a little bit of a sore button with
not sore at all. I just totally disagree with you.
All right.
I don't hoard anything.
So, what's our verse of the day?
I don't know.
Okay, let's check
I'm still
it out.
offended.
You are. Okay. The best time to forgive is before the offense happens.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Now the verse of the day, I'm sure we've shared this before, but yesterday we talked about at church that Jesus never said, just go do what makes you happy. In fact, then we talked about the go and sin no more, but live a life of purity. However, where I'm going with that is, and you can watch that online today, but we never said that holiness and happiness
go hand in hand.
No, that are exclusive. That you can't have both.
Gotcha.
And in John 10:10, because I just love this verse, the thief's purpose is to kill, steal, and destroy. So the thief comes in. He's talking about how Satan wants to really bring complete destruction to your life. Mm-hmm. Jesus says his purpose is to give you a rich and satisfying life to the abundance, a full life. And I want us to understand that we can live a life that honors God, and at the end of the day or at the end of life, it is so satisfying and full and abundant living for God.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I don't know why people think, well, if you're a Christian, then life has to be bad or minimal. Mm-hmm. You can't keep stuff. You can't have a bunch of coffee cups if you're a Christian. So, but there is a little bit of a myth that, if you're a Christian, then life isn't going to be full and abundant.
Don't you think there's two myths out there? So I think there's a myth that if you're a Christian, everything's going to go rosy, which is not true, that God's going to just make everything perfect. And then the other myth is that if you're a Christian, you won't have a satisfying, fulfilled life.
It's like you have to take an oath of silence and live in a monastery your whole life and wear burlap.
So neither one of those are true.
Yes. But what is true is what the Lord tells us, which is Satan is always going to steal your joy, always try to kill and destroy things in your life. He does not want you to have a life full of joy and goodness and centered on Jesus. And then Jesus says, but I'm going to come and give you a life full, a life that's full of the abundance. In the translation I chose, rich and satisfying. Not meaning money rich, meaning just fulfilling. Yeah.
I've told our boys before, I've said, you'll never be more, have more joy. And I think I've used the word happy, but you'll never have more joy than when you're in the center of obeying God. Because when you're outside of that, there's discontentment and something's off. I mean, you feel like it's not the right place to be. It's the wrong fit. And so you find, even if life is difficult, there's still a sense of knowing that you're living in the right lane, you're doing the right thing, you're in the right spot.
We're having those conversations with Dakota, graduating and work and career, and it's you want to be in the center of the Lord's will, not just something that makes you happy or not something that makes you rich, but you have to start to seek the Lord for what's his plan and purpose in your life. But that should not be a graduation moment or a graduation conversation.
Yeah,
that should be a daily conversation of, are we still in the lane that God has us in? Are we fulfilling his purpose? Because we want to be in the center of God's will. That's when the joy of the Lord is real. And that's where that fullness of life comes in. And
honestly, and it can mean whatever you're doing for a job in life, but actually it's probably more with the daily decisions you're making, the attitudes of your heart, and
the relationships,
the relationship, how you're interacting with people. So it doesn't necessarily mean what career did I choose?
Yeah, job and title, such a small little. It should be a small little piece of our life and a very small piece of our identity.
Mhm.
Job and title should not be our identity.
So we got to wrap it up.
Okay,
So,
everybody.
All right.
That's a Monday. That's a Monday message.
You didn't get the hustle juice cup.
I did not. I need a little hustle juice.
All right.
Have a great day. Go get a tassel slice of cherry cobbler. It's also walnut day, by the way, for all you walnut fans. So,
all right. Have a good one. We got to go.
Happy Monday. Have a great week.
See you tomorrow.
Sounds good.